Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to introduce many different twists and turns, as well as revelations in this film that will lead to saga-wide implications by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film, answering many of the burning questions from The Force Awakens, and even in The Last Jedi, that's going to reshape the entire sequel trilogy and some of the main characters, like Rey and Kylo Ren, as well as some of the legacy characters like Palpatine, Luke, you name it. And that's exactly what JJ wants to do. He wants to use The Rise of Skywalker as a film, not only to create new Star Wars lore, but to also have it reflect on the past 8 Star Wars movies. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be in a Force-bound sequence where Kylo Ren is described to be in a moment of trying to turn Rey to the dark side of the Force. It said that this scene takes place sometime in the second act of the film, where Kylo Ren is said to make some revelations to Rey. It's described that one of the scenes is said to involve Kylo Ren describing Palpatine's lost grandchild that was said to be a legend around the entire galaxy, and that Snoke had told him about Palpatine's grandchild and how the remnants of the Empire and the infancy of the First Order were looking for her for quite some time. Now, it's explained that Kylo reveals that Rey is the granddaughter of Palpatine, and that Kylo says that he knew the truth when he saw Rey inside of the elevator during the events of The Last Jedi when entering Snoke's throne room, from what he saw in The Last Jedi when he saw his own vision. Now, it's described that Palpatine reveals that he spent a very long time waiting for the right moment to tell Rey, and of course that the truth, and that this was exactly why he has been trying to turn her to the dark side, and that Kylo Ren was also trying to wait for the right moment to tell Rey as well because of her potential from her bloodline. It's explained that Rey becomes very emotional, giving a parallel to Luke's reaction from Empire Strikes Back, where Rey is said to reveal that she would always have visions of Sidious during her time on Jakku after her parents left. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is all going to be about family in different ways than we have ever seen before in the Skywalker saga, right? So The Rise of Skywalker is going to give us all of these different plot twists and these different revelations, and this does in fact reflect on the Force Awakens scene, where you have Kylo Ren communicating with that First Order officer, where the officer says, the droid escaped with a girl, and Kylo Ren says, "What girl?" Almost as if he's intimidated or he's really trying to find that particular girl. And this is a very interesting plot twist, because this basically is Kylo Ren unveiling that the grandchild of Rey was a known thing throughout the entire galaxy. It was actually a legend, if you will. And I'm surprised that Rey didn't even really know about that. But Rey would constantly have visions and dreams of Darth Sidious during her time on Jakku after her parents left. And that this was, of course, Palpatine from afar in the unknown regions, trying to lure Rey over to him. Now, what I like about this is that this is, of course, giving fans basically a parallel to that moment between Luke and Vader, where Vader's revealing the truth about who his father really is, and that's him, and how Luke responds in a very emotional way, where in this scenario it's Kylo Ren unveiling the truth to Rey about, of course, Palpatine being her grandfather, and among other things as well, such as, the legend of Palpatine's grandchild being a thing throughout the entire galaxy. And this could very well allude to what Luke Skywalker knows about Rey that he was hiding. And what I like about this as well is that this is J.J. Abrams really trying to really wrap up the sequel trilogy in different ways than ever before. Ways that fans would have never expected to see on the big screen when it comes to how it's going to make us view The Force Awakens in a different light. In fact, if you guys even read the Force Awakens novelization, there is a moment in time in which Kylo Ren says to Rey, "It is you." Like with a question mark, like trying to correct himself, like, "It is you." Why would he say it is you? Well, it's most likely because he knows about that legend of Palpatine's grandchild that's actually being a thing across the entire galaxy. Now, not only that, on top of all of this, inside of the elevator that led up to Snoke's throne room during the events of The Last Jedi, is when, of course, Kylo Ren saw that vision, and he actually tells Rey, because of what I saw, I know that you'll be the first one to turn. That actual vision was of course, her being the grandchild of Palpatine, and the truth actually spilling out that Kylo Ren was able to obtain and now transfer over to Rey, where she responds in a very emotional, state. And I think that this is going to be a very powerful moment in the upcoming film that a lot of fans are really going to enjoy, depending on how it's going to be executed on the big screen, of course. So, on top of all of this, guys, I would really love to hear what you have to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.